Welcome, everybody, to the third edition of Man's Night. I'm your host, Jay. Thank you guys so much for joining and watching another episode here in our studios. Man, we have a interesting show for you guys tonight, as you guys can see in the title description. But I do have some updates, and I wanted to get that stuff out of the way first before we carry on with the show tonight. So first off, I hope every one of you out there right now are having a great week. I hope everybody stayed warm with all of this, breaking of weather events and history-making weather events. Man, what a nasty bit of weather we've had the last week or so. But I hope everybody skated through it and survived, and here we are. With that said, if you guys were all wondering where the heck I've been and what's going on with me, well, as you guys can probably hear by the sound of my voice and whatnot, I'm still under the weather. I'm not 100% good here. So, what happened was, I would say a week ago, give or take some here, I ended up catching a bug through the family. My wife ended up getting it first, and then she, shared it with everybody. Bless her heart. But anyways, she shared it and I ended up getting it, and then my kids end up getting it. So that's where I've been. I've been mostly for the whole entire week, ladies and gentlemen, in the bed, trying to rest and get better because it really was kicking my ass nonetheless. So yeah, it's been an interesting event, but nonetheless, I'm slowly getting better, guys. Just keep me in your healing prayers. I got Sterling in here. Hey, Sterling, and welcome to the show, and thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. I hope your weekend and then Friday night's going well. Welcome. So anyways, to update you on what's going on. Now, you guys saw the title description of this video where I'm supposed to have my special guest, James Kronenberger, in here tonight, but unfortunately, some things have come up with him to where he can't make it in here tonight. So basically, it's open mic night due to my guest not being here. So any one of you can get in here tonight, be part of the show, put your questions in the chat, or come up on live panel if you feel up to it, and have a chit chat with me for the whole hour of this show. Also have a pretty interesting segment for Imagine That tonight, as usual. And I do have an update on our brand new merch that I went ahead and designed. I want to say it was a couple days ago, and I'm going to show you that here in just a second. So if you're interested in our merch, you can go check that out too as well. The link is also in the chat. It's pinned in the chat. So is the StreamYard link. So if you want to get up in here and chat with me in some form, fashion, or whatever it is, or just want to kick it with me here on Man's Night, you're more than welcome to do so. All right. So again, I'm glad to see you guys here. Hope all of you are doing great. And let's go ahead and kick this off right now. The first thing I want to get out of the way is the new merch that I want to show you guys, because that way I don't want to forget it. There's two different designs, and I'm working on other stuff too. So there's going to be more besides what you're seeing here tonight. All right. So I want to go ahead and show you the first thing, which I think is fitting for this year, especially because of all the political crap and whatnot's going on and all of that. So let's go ahead and get the first one rolled out. And this is how I feel about things. And it's so on point. So here's the first one. Come on. Okay. There's the first, there's the t-shirt that I designed. It's called Let's Make Our Government Afraid Again. And it is so fitting because of our DOC, our prisons, and all of that. Our government needs to be in fear of us, the people. And it's so absolutely fitting for this year anyways. So there it is. If you guys like that kind of content or t-shirt or something along those lines, there's your opportunity to grab one. Comes in different colors, obviously, too, besides what you see there. but you guys can go there and check it out and so show your support with this T-shirt just in itself. Again, let's make our government afraid again, because government is getting to be a little bit complacent, if you get my drift. Moving on to the next piece real quick. Here is the next one. This is my hoodie that I designed. It's called Imagine That. And it definitely is going to fit into with the segments of Imagine That here tonight. And you're going to see that that Imagine That segment for the third part anyways here tonight. So I hope you guys will like that. If you guys like what you see of this this item or this item, let me know in the chat. The link is there, and we can go from there. And let's see what we got going in the chat. Sterling said, just getting off work. I'll be chatting while on my way to hang with my sister. Okay, cool. Absolutely. My twin sister and I have our 39th birthday Monday. Wow, congratulations. Wow, that is awesome. So happy birthday to you guys if I forget Monday. But nonetheless, happy birthday to you all. And I hope you guys have a great night. But nonetheless, thanks for at least coming in here and checking that out. And then, of course, she also said this: I wish people would stop looking at the government like they're our parents. Oh, I agree. I agree. Perfect. Spot on. And of course, I'm going to put the comment that you said earlier too up just so everybody can see it. There it is. Just getting off work. Drive safe if you're driving too. I don't know where you're at. If there's bad weather out there, I know there's a lot of snow and ice on the road. So please be careful with that. Says, just getting off work. I'll be chatting while on my way to hang with my sister. And my twin sister and I have our 39th birthday Monday. Well, anyways, happy birthday, you all. And thanks for joining. And tell your sister I said hi too as well. All right. So you guys saw the design. Now, you guys also can see the link to my store is in here. It's called Bonfire. If you go over there and click it, guys, it'll take you right to the shirts that I showed you just a few seconds ago. Again, recap, if you're just joining, there's the Imagine That hoodie, perfect for winter right now anyways. And then, of course, this one here too as well, where it says, let's make our government afraid again, because it's definitely needed. The government's running rapid on us right now, and it needs to be the other way around. The power needs to be put back in our hands, if that makes sense. All right. So we got a lot to discuss, and of course, my special guest couldn't be here tonight, so it's going to be by just free open mic night. We're going to do what we can to make everybody's voice heard and be a part of this great movement. So let's see if there's anybody else in the chat as of right now. Don't look like it, but thank you anyways for you guys tuning in. It's much appreciated. Again, I do apologize for my absence. If you're wondering where the heck I've been under the weather, and I took all that time off to try to heal and get better. It was definitely needed, and I needed the rest. I was really stressed out, sick, and not doing good. So with that, let's go ahead and where was my other thingy at here? Bear with me, guys, for 1 second here. Says I lost connection. Did I lose the connection? Oh, please don't. Anything can happen on these live events, guys. So I do apologize if there's any connection issues. Sterling got in here and said, feel well soon, my friend. That's the goal and the plan. I appreciate it. We will do what we can anyways over here to try to keep things interesting, even though I'm under the weather. So I will do my best anyways. All right. So thanks for the kind words. I appreciate it. All right. Let's see what we got going on here real quick. All right. I do have a special event for the Imagine That segment. Usually I do it once the half hour hits, then that's Imagine That. Then the other half hour is for all of you to get in and say what you need to say. But because I really don't have anything going on, and I'm hoping that somebody will come in here and crash the party, but it does happen. Things like this happen last minute, and hey, you can't be mad over it. So I guess it all depends on how much interaction I get here with the chat here tonight. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and get you guys involved anyways. Sterling, if you're still watching, if you can share this with your groups and friends and get it out there, I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for following me and thanks for being here. So I will touch base on a few things that a lot of you have probably heard some rumors and gaga going around about me and this and that and blah, blah, blah. First things first, though, I want to make sure that you all understand where I stand as a whole on this. And of course, if you didn't hear it from or the horse's mouth or didn't hear it from me, I'm going to let you guys know that if you hear it from somebody else, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be not uh, not accurate if you didn't hear it from me anyways. Okay, so I want to make sure you guys know. And of course, there's a bunch of sites out there impersonating me right now. So if you come across a site that looks like me, acts like me, or whatever the case would be, let me know or turn it in and let me know. Got people trying to impersonate me, which is awkward, but you know how things are. People want what we have, unfortunately. So I'm making sure you guys are not having any connection issues because I keep getting a pop-up window. Just bear with me. I got devices here that I checked to make sure that there's no issues here. So just bear with me, guys, please. It never fails when it comes to this situation here. So I'm looking for. Come on. Where is it? It should already be doing that. Why is it saying that? One second, guys. I do apologize. Okay, there it is. It's working. I see it there too as well. All right, cool. All right. Just wanted to make sure everybody's on the same page and we have no issues. All right. So let's go back to the chat real quick. It says here, Sterling said this. I'm going to go pop it up in the window. It says, I would like to start a nonprofit called CARRI, or Citizens Association for the Rights of Reformed Individuals. Wow. I like it. It's a mouthful. It's almost like it's a tongue twister, but I do like it. It's got a nice little catch. Nonetheless, it goes on saying this. I think, though, education, the public can learn not to fear those with a record. Absolutely. Man, Sterling, I really do like that idea. I'm 100% for it, and I support you in all your decisions and whatnot there. Just with that sounds very, very pleasing to me, anyways, and I think a lot of other individuals would like it too. So yeah, that's awesome. And my Mark got in here and said having no problems. Oh well, thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. It said pronounced Carrie. Okay. Well, nonetheless, thank you so much. If I sound like I'm saying my words wrong, it's because I'm still stuffed up and it sounds different through here. So I understand what you're trying to tell me nonetheless. But I support your idea. I like it a lot. That's awesome. So great. Awesome. All right. So Mark Jordan did say having no problems. Thank you for letting me know that. Must be on my end somewhere then. It's weird. All right. Let's go ahead and get back to the chat here. All right. Anyways, if you have any more questions, comments, concerns, put it in the chat. I greatly appreciate it. But if not, we're going to go ahead and carry on with the information I was sharing with you earlier. All right. So first things first, you guys have probably heard some rumors and gaga about me, which is, bullshit just in itself. Again, if you have heard something about me and you didn't hear it from me or my own mouth, then most likely it's not going to be 100% true. You want to know something about me? Well, here's your chance now, here tonight, and here's your chance to send me a message on a more private note at voicesfrominsideout@gmail.com. Again, voicesfrominsideout@gmail.com. You can get a hold of me there or in the chat, and you can put your thoughts and opinions, what you heard about me, what you think about this show, and so forth here tonight. That way, the communication is open, and we can fix whatever issues that are there, and go from there. Because again, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know what you guys are hearing or thinking and whatnot. So, communication is key to make things work out on all levels. All right, guys. So I hope that is something that we can actually agree on. But anyway, some rumors going around that a certain individual or individuals are going to do some type of legal type crap against me. I can't say what it is or anything like that. I was waiting and expecting to be receiving that sometime this week. To update you guys, I haven't received anything on that. Yeah, unfortunately, I have not received anything with all the hype and whatnot that's going on around it. Evidently, there was a issue with the mail or something with the paperwork, but unfortunately, I still have not received this hype, and I'm just going to leave it at that. And until I do, it's merely nothing but speculation at this time. But if it takes that long to get it done, so be it. But just know that I'm not going to just lie down and take it and not do nothing about it either. I have what we call due process rights, and I will be sticking up for myself and fighting it nonetheless. And I hope they have all their T's crossed and their I's dotted when it's all said and done, because just like with them, they got a surprise coming from me, and they're going to get a surprise from me too as well. So I hope that makes sense. So whatever you heard, again, like I said, if it didn't come from me, then most likely 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a lie. All right. So let me see what we got going on in here. Okay. So for tonight, I do want to get involved with my segment of Imagine That and get that done and out of the way, because I believe without any question in my own personal mind, it is absolutely fitting for tonight. And now I got to go back and find it. So bear with me. Anything can happen, guys, on these dang lives. So I hope you guys are. There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the third edition of Imagine That pulled off right here, right now, from Inside Out. Welcome again, guys. Thank you so much for joining this Imagine That segment for tonight. I roll this out every night on Man's Night, and I'm also debating if I should roll it out during my other regular podcast too, as well. But I guess it all depends on how this works. But nonetheless, it's a fitting segment for tonight with all what's going on and what's going on with me. So let's go ahead and open up the chat real quick and see what's being said before I get into my Imagine That segment. Sterling said, I fully support your mission, and networking is important. I hope to work with you on a various projects. Absolutely. Just let me know when, what time, what month, what day. Let's schedule it in, Sterling, and absolutely down for it. Absolutely. Of course, my friend Redeeming gets in here, says this: I have an organization myself called League of American Redemption that wants to clear records. And I absolutely am 100% support for Redeeming too on that. And so, yeah, I totally agree with that, because that will also be a major help on trying to change things in this very awkward country of ours. Speaking of redeeming, I don't know if you felt like you wanted to get up here for the next half hour of this show and get your voice heard up here tonight, but the option yours, the link's there. Just click it and come on in. Let me know if you want to be a part of this show, and we'll go from there. So welcome in, redeeming. Nice to see you, my friend. But anyways, let me go ahead and get this. Imagine That segment done here, and we'll go ahead and go from there. Now, I don't know how much truth behind this story is, but nonetheless, true or not, I absolutely love the way this rolls out because it's so me and others that went through this. And I'm going to go ahead and explain what this is right here, right now. So here's a segment of Imagine That. An old woman was walking down the road when she saw a gang of thugs beating a poisonous snake. Now keep that word in mind, poisonous snake. It'll play a part later. She rescued the snake and carried it back to her home, which a lot of us probably would have done anyways, regardless of what we know or not know what it is. So that I probably would have done it myself too, just how I am. Anyways, where she nursed it back to health. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, right? They became friends and lived together for many months. One day, they were going into town, and the old woman picked him up, and the snake bit her repeatedly. All right? Yeah. She screamed out and said this. "Oh God," she screamed, "I'm dying. Why? I was your friend. I saved your life. I trusted you." Sound familiar? "Why did you bite me?" And of course, the snake looked at her and said this. "Lady, you knew I was a snake when you first picked me up." So if you don't know the whole entire story behind that, then you're the one that needs to look at yourself in the mirror and understand that this happens to all of us, to the best of us, every single day, regardless of her heart and what she was trying to do to be a kind person and help this snake. You can't trust everybody. And I believe that's why I call that segment right here, Imagine That. So there you go. There you have it. There you have it. Another segment of Imagine That. And I'm telling you guys, man, that happens to us all the time. Every single time it happens to us. And believe it or not, it's so true and fitting, especially with me. And I hope all my haters got to hear that because it is what it is. I'm over it. But the shit must keep rolling if you get, if you get my drift. Redeeming said, "I'm not going to be able to, what you say here? It says, I won't be available." Okay. Got you, my friend. Thank you. No problem. No worries. I just want to let you know that the opportunity was there nonetheless. All right. So yeah, there's a segment of Imagine That. And of course, I'm also going to roll it out too, guys, of, with my regular podcast. And I got a show coming up Monday, but that's not going to be on my platform. I got a show coming up this Monday with somebody else that I'm not going to spoil it here. You're guys going to have to tune in and find out where it's going to be at. But I've been invited up on another platform besides my own. And people want to work with me and continue to do networking and continue to do advocating for our locked up loved ones. It's going to be very interesting, and I can't wait for that. So the time of that podcast on her platform will be 5 o'clock my time, 6 o'clock her time. So we got some good things happening, and my phone and my studio phone keeps blowing up, and we're doing some great things for a lot of people. So I hope you all appreciate everything that we're doing behind the scenes, because like with me, like with others, I won't advertise what I do behind the scenes. because I feel there's no sense of showing you what I do behind the scenes, because people, then it just starts a big uproar, if you get my drift. All right, so let's see here. I want to make sure that we're still doing good here. Looks like we still are. Perfect. All right, cool. Pleased with that. That's awesome. All right. So, with that said, I don't know what the rest of the week entails, because every time I try to plan something, it never goes the way I want it to. So, I'm just going to take these podcasts that I do have in my mind, anyways, and take them one day at a time, if that makes any sense. I feel it's fitting for that reason. All right. And, I'm not going to. Hold on a second here. My friend said this. Sterling, what's up? Do you have guys' night regularly? Every Friday. It's going to be every Friday. So I hope that answers your question, my friend Sterling. Do you have guys' night regularly? Well, yeah, I'm going to be doing it every Friday around 9 o'clock at night. That way everybody's settled and they're, at least not at work. If you get my drift, not saying anything negative about you, but I chose 9 o'clock at night because I felt it was fitting for a lot of people. So every Friday is man's night, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is my regular prison podcast. So Friday is basically going to be an open thing for anybody that wants to get in here and talk about what happened within the week. We got some things going on right now with heat related issues in our prisons. Maybe I can touch base on that tonight. So yeah, there's a lot of crap going on. Some inmates are complaining of freezing their ass off now, believe it or not. And we have, what was it? I want to say it was Parchman. There's Parchman. There's Alabama, and there's a bunch of other ones and whatnot. They're clear across the southern states out here that are dealing with the freezing issues. Washington State was dealing with a heat problem. So it's pretty much everywhere, especially where it really got cold. And inmates were complaining about freezing and not having accurate heat. So let me go ahead and touch base on that, why the prisons, if you will, can't really crank up the heat like they should be or should be. And the reason why that is because prisons also have to have the same mindset as a hospital. Yeah. The hospitals can't turn up the heat either for germ purposes. Okay. And then, of course, in a prison setting, germs are also in there due to the fact of how many people are in there. And the reasoning behind the heat problem is because if they turned it up even more, when they just won't, unfortunately. But they turn up the heat even more, then the germs will spread a lot easier. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys or not, but unfortunately, that's how that works. And right, so basically, what happens with that, guys, is that the heat has to stay at a certain temp, or the germs that are in those prisons are going to spread like wildfire, and then it causes another issue that prisons don't want. And so if you're gonna freeze, you're going to have to get. James said, "True." Welcome, James. Thank you. So yeah, you're going to freeze. So get what you got to do is you got to get thermals, extra clothing, all of that. Thermal underwear can be bought off the commissary or canteen, and that will hopefully help you keep you a little bit more warmer. If you have extra clothing, you have to just layer up, and of course ask for extra blankets, which some prisons don't even do that. So yeah, it's a crapshoot. Just another piece of advice: try not to go to prison It's not a fun place to be because the inmates, DOC itself as a whole, don't care. They do not care about you. They all they care about is the money. All right, so that's where they're at with that. Um, let's see who we got in here. Hey, my good friend, the urban conservative, peace and blessings. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate it. My friend Cynthia's in here now. Hey, Cynthia, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. And then, of course, Sterling gets in here real quick and says this again. I'll try to make myself available. I would love to discuss how felons are demonized and how we can bring back humanity. Absolutely. That's a great topic to discuss. I'm down for that. Absolutely. So, yeah, my platform is your platform. So, anytime you feel like you want to get up in here and be a part of my podcast, please do let me know. And vice versa, too, by the way. Cynthia says, I'm sorry I'm late. No worries. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm very mad at you, Cynthia. Oh, I'm just kidding. Anyways, Sterling gets in here, says, how do you explain no AC in the heat of summer? Yeah, that's, I don't know if you know this, Sterling. I live out here in Florida myself. And before winter got here, we had one hell of a hot summer this last year. And we were dealing with a lot of issues when it comes to locked up loved ones passing away, having heat related issues, health issues, you name it. And a lot of the prisons, because I did some research and I was doing what they call oh Christ, what's that called, Google Maps, all right, on some of these uh, prisons from the air view. I hope this makes sense. Anyways, and I was looking down on some of their rooftops to see if they actually do have those commercial based ACs. That's the only way you're going to find out. And some of these prisons out here in the deep south, from what I can gather, zooming in on this stuff, looks like there are ACs on some of these prisons. Question is though, do they run? Do they operate? Do they keep them on? Do they turn them off? Or that kind of thing. So yeah, and of course, when summer gets here, I'll be dealing with that again all year when it comes to this AC problem. I think some of it's just done deliberately. Um, so it says Cynthia said 85 to stay alive. Absolutely. Thank you so much. My friend Sterling gets in here again and says Guard Shack always have AC and hot coffee. Absolutely. And me and you and all the rest of the taxpayers pay for that. Urban gets in here and says this. Fulton County in Memphis just had an inmate die. Damn. Urban, if you could please, in more detail, did you want to get up on here and crash this tonight and tell it from your own mouth? Because the link is in the chat. If you want to hit that real quick for the remainder of the show, I would love to have you. And you can explain that, what happened with that. Because I didn't get news of it until you just told me now. So let me know. And of course, my friend Sterling gets in here and says, amen, brother. Absolutely. Thank you so much. So just let me know, Sterling. Again, let me know, Sterling, on the time, the date, the month, when you want to do something on whose ever's end, mine or yours, and we'll go from there. Email me now if you want to, so we can stay in contact. Email me at voicesfrominsideout@gmail.com. Again, voicesfrominsideout@gmail.com. All one word. It's in the ticker down there. Make sure you spell it out right or I won't get it. Let's see. And then Urban gets in here and says, I was in a prison where ice was on the walls during winter. That doesn't surprise me. Urban. Urban, real quick, did you want to jump in here for the show tonight? For the last portion of the show, I should say, anyways. I got basically a half hour, a little bit less than a half hour to get in here, or have you get in here. If you want to get up here, you're more than welcome to do that and explain some things. And Cynthia said, wow, absolutely. Yeah, that's an understatement. Thank you, Cynthia. Hope all well with you. Absolutely, guys. And it's sickening. And of course, as of right now, as you guys probably know, we're dealing with heat problems. And then it switches to AC problems when summer gets here. It's a vicious cycle, and it never ends. See, yeah. Anyways, Urban, it's it's in the pin chat section in the chat. Do you want me to send it to you again, Urban? I will do that real quick with no issues. Let me see if I can find it real quick. If you're having issues finding it. Okay, that link I just sent in the chat for you guys is for anybody that wants to get up here live with me and do that. Urban said this. A Shelby County inmate was found unresponsive and died days later, according to Tennessee Bureau of I'm assuming it's the Bureau of Prisons. Okay, Urban, no sweat. Thank you. Wow. Okay, so there you guys have it. All right, I have another good colleague here, the Urban Conservative. Go follow him and check out his work. He's doing some great stuff over there. Anyways, so there you have it. So I wonder what he died of. Now I'm curious. Now you got my curiosity flags flying here, Urban. According to Shelby County Sheriff Kevin W. Wintman, James Jackson, 60 of Center, died Wednesday. What did he die of, I wonder? I would probably consider it suspicious nonetheless. Thank you, Urban, for that information. I'll do what I can to check in on it and go from there. That's very sad nonetheless. Just what a disgrace. It was probably most likely cold related. Probably no heat. And his age didn't help any. Wow. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. It's a like I said, it's a very vicious cycle, and I'm so sick and tired of it, to be honest with you guys, man. It's like DOC will never learn. DOC will never get their head out of their ass. And that's why we need to, like I said, I hate to use the word a lot, but that's what it is. We need to do what we can to get rid of qualified immunity. This is what's causing a lot of the issues. We need to put the power back in our hands and take this crap away from government and DOC because they can't run it. They have no idea what they're doing. None. They just don't get it, guys. They just don't get it. Let me go ahead and see what's in the chat here now. The Urban got in here and said this: McVeigh's death would make at least the 55th person to die at the Shelby County Jail since 2016. Wow, that's unbelievable. Very sad. And my thoughts and prayers go out to the family of this lost loved one. Unbelievable. 42-year-old Raymond McKee was found unresponsive and taken to the hospital where he died. Again, do we have any what's the reasoning behind it, Urban? Man, oh man. What's new, right? What's new? Are you guys surprised? What can we do to do what can we, the people, do to get this to stop? If you know the answer to that question, put in the chat. This is where we're at with it, guys. This is why we need change. You know, and I'm not trying to brag here, but keep in mind too. I've done a show on the difference between the U.S. prisons and Norway's prisons, and if we can take all of our prisons and switch them and turn them into what Norway's doing, I probably wouldn't have a job anymore, to be honest with you. It's absolutely amazing how one country can get something so right, so simple, and treat people with respect, while over here in our neck of the woods, we do the total opposite. We treat these locked up loved ones like dirt every single day. And then you wonder why they act up, why they do what they do, and so forth and yada yada. It's because you get what you get what you get when you treat people like this. It's a no-brainer. If you're going to treat people like dog crap, you're going to get dog crap. If you treat people with respect, then you're going to get respect. It's common sense. But evidently, common sense waved bye-bye to DOC and all other government entities a long-ass damn time ago. This is what my friend Sterling said. In Hutchinson, Kansas, they paid $1 a day to build desks with materials the taxpayers paid for, then sold them to themselves for $1,000 a piece using taxpayers' money. Wow, that's not a major fucking scandal. I don't know what is. Talk about a major profit. Wow, what a scam. Wow. Thank you, Sterling, for that. And then Sterling also said this: need to stop for profit privens. Absolutely, I totally agree. And then Sterling also said this: at uh, at at long as there's money in locking people up, there will always be corruption in the justice system. Absolutely. And of course, I've said numerous times too, the justice system by itself as a whole is over 200 something years old. So we definitely need an overhaul or change within the system, or we're going to continue to see this. And my friend Cynthia, you can see right there, said, that's insane. Absolutely. Major understatement. Wow, you guys are spot on with your comments tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Welcome in. Thanks for being part of this show. This is what it's about. This is proof right here, ladies and gentlemen, why people are waking up. You're seeing it firsthand. There are people in here that just know, like I do, and we got to do better, guys. We just have to. Imagine if I pulled that same stunt here in my own house. Guess who would be knocking on my door if somebody found out? Well, first off, my happy ass would go back to jail or prison for neglect because I told my family, nope, no heat. Nope, can't turn that heater on. Nope, no food, no water. Go to bed. Imagine if I became a corrupt, dirty ass CO to my own family. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. Sterling said this: golden rule for the reason. Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Sterling. I think we're going to work together pretty good and make a good team, Sterling. So I like how you think. I like how you are. You're spot on with a lot of stuff. So I'm anxious to work with you and see what we can do together as a team. So yeah, I'm right there with you. I've already did a special show with the Urban Conservative, and got a lot of respect for that guy. I'm also big friends and got a lot of respect to James Kronenberger. He was the one that's supposed to be up here tonight, but couldn't make it for obvious reasons. Again, I'm not mad. It is what it is. Stuff happens, but welcome in nonetheless. And of course, I have a lot of respect for Redeeming Patriot and a lot of respect for Cynthia too, as well. You guys are in my own personal perspective. You guys are my family. You guys are all on the same page. You think like I do, you act like I do, and we need more of it, to be honest with you, because change can't happen just with one person. That's where I'm at with it. So, yeah, man, awesome stuff, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this show tonight and putting your comments in there. Because like I said, if it's not the cold weather that does something, it's the heat that will do something next. And I'm definitely curious what this summer is going to bring, especially out here. Again, my friend Sterling said, movie time with my sister. Stay blessed, brother, and I'll see you next time. Absolutely. I will definitely do that, Sterling. Thank you so much. Reach out to me. Email me at the email at the ticker down below at my email, voicesfrominsideout@gmail.com. Let's hook up. Let's do something. Let's do a podcast together. Looking forward to it. Have a great night, my friend. So is there anybody else in here that wants to get in here and say something before I back out of here? It's getting close to the bottom of the hour. another epic third edition to Man's Night. That's for damn sure. Cynthia, you still in here? And if you are, was there something that you wanted to add or bring to the table, or any questions I can answer for you? Like I said, I hope your week's going well and you're doing good over there. Cynthia said, I'm here. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Cynthia. So, is there anything you wanted to ask me real quick, Cynthia, before we go? Because here's your chance. If not, we can always talk later. Just listening. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you for being here, anyways. Nonetheless. Okay, so to recap, before I bounce out here, I want to show you guys again. If you're just tuning in here, Cynthia, I want to show you this because I know you said you liked the Imagine That. So there's the new merch right there in front of you, Cynthia. Imagine That hoodie also comes in t-shirts if you don't want the hoodie. I came up with that a couple days ago. Decided to roll with it and see what happens. And the link to that is also on TikTok, also here and whatnot. So, and then of course, here's the other T-shirt. Let's make our government afraid again. If that sounds something more of your fancy, yeah, I'll be sporting that. I'll wear it out in public. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm going to order that myself, get it here, get it shipped, and sport it and see what it does out here in public. So if you guys like that, let me know. The link to both those items are in the chat here tonight. Cynthia said, uh, Cynthia said, thank you for everything you do, Jay. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the kind words. Much love, hun. She said, love it. And then, of course, Sterna said, we need to organize. Absolutely. I 100% agree. My friend, what's that say? VS Travels versus Travels? Looks nice. Thank you. Appreciate it. Just saw it on TikTok. Thank you. That way I know it's working there too. Thank you, Cynthia. Got a few more minutes to before we get out of here. Again, if you guys are new here and don't know who I am, real quick, I'm a prison activist. I'm a podcaster. What I do, I talk about prison related issues and all the corruption that lies within our system and our prisons. If that's something that you like, or it's right up there somewhere with what's going on with you or your locked up loved one, that's if you have a locked up loved one, then follow and hit the subscribe button right now, and make sure to turn on that notification bell on. What that does is it notifies you when I go live or upload a new video right here from Inside Out. I'm also belong on TikTok, Instagram, just a bunch of different places where I'm at. And if you guys want, you can follow me wherever I'm at. I'm also on X if you are there too as well. And show your support there, no matter what show you do. The channel is live, obviously, and there's a lot of options that you guys can pick and choose for your whatever you want to do. There's no obligation. So hit subscribe. Make sure you hit and smash that like button and share this with your friends and groups and families that you belong to. That way, somebody else out there can get notified of what we do. And then, of course, what did Cynthia say again? Cynthia said face red heart shape. Face red heart shape. Okay. Thank you, Cynthia. And Cynthia says, I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, I know. You probably can tell and hear it in my voice. I'm still not 100%. As soon as I'm done with this podcast, I'm going to hit the hay. So, yeah. It knocks you out, man. It drains you, takes all your energy away. Don't want to even feel like doing anything, but I will definitely get better. Working on it. My friend VS Travels versus Travels. What's the TikTok? It's an app. It's a video app. What's the TikTok? So it's just a place where you can produce and upload videos. I hope that helps. So let's see what else we got going on here for the remaining of the night. I'm almost basically done. So I'm going to probably back out of here sooner than later. All right. Making sure everybody can. Thanks, guys. All of you are much love and respect over here in the studio with your host, Jay. I care deeply about every one of you. You guys are awesome. I really do. Moving on. So tonight, guys, we're gonna go ahead and cut it out here soon because obviously I'm not feeling well, but still, nonetheless, a very epic man's night. And I got another chat coming in here says, "Oh, are they? Oh, well, I feel. See what happens when you're sick? You can't even think straight. I think they're asking for your TikTok username. Okay, well, I will. Crap. I'm gonna have to give it to you a little bit later. Can you email me versus? I'm having issues right now with it. So versus travels. Can you email me and I'll send it to you that way? I'm having issues with this stream thing right now, so sorry about that. So, all right, guys. Well, I think that's going to cut it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this man's night. I will be busy Monday. I'm taking Saturday and Sunday off. Going to spend it time with the family, and then when Monday gets here, I'll be going live with another individual on their platform. I'll keep you guys updated on that. And then Tuesday, I will be doing a podcast. Wednesday, I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. I can't plan nothing anymore because every time I do, it never works the way I want it to. Hope that makes sense. But anyways, guys, I'm your host, Jay. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this man's night. With that said, you guys all have a great night, and I'll see you soon. Peace.